Good afternoon, everyone. Today is Thursday, August 7th of 2025. It is approximately 2:05 p.m. and we are convening a session of the Philadelphia Tax Review Board. With me today as board chair is John O'Connor. He's in my box. But additionally is George Matthews and Nancy Camerdiner. Please be aware that this is a public hearing and it is being recorded. Because the meeting is public, participants and viewers have no expectation of privacy. And by continuing to be in this meeting, you are consenting to being recorded. This recording will be posted on the Tax Review Board's website. John, can you read in some of the fun stuff on the docket?
Good afternoon, everyone. John O'Connor, acting chairman today for the Tax Review Board. The hearing on August 7th of 2025. Starting with case number 1, ending in the last four digits, 7RUY, Living in Philly LLC. The property address
Can
21.
you check your email for 2509 North 3 Street? I'm sorry, I didn't know.
You're not on mute.
Sorry.
Thank you. Okay, have a seat. We're calling in some other cases, but then we'll call in.
Okay, thank you.
Again, case number 1, Living in Philly LLC, last four digits 7RUY, 2113 East Norris Street. That case has been withdrawn. Case number 2, ending with the HCUJ, Living in Philly LLC, again 2113 East Norris Street. That case has been withdrawn. Going down to case number 5, last four digits looks like 0802, Living in Philly LLC, 2113 East Norris Street. Case has been withdrawn. Case number 6, last four OASA, Living in Philly LLC, 2113 East Norris Street. That case has been withdrawn. Then finally, case number 8, last four digits 2XD4, Living in Philly LLC, 2113 East Norris Street. That case has been withdrawn. Moving back up to case number 4, ending in R1RK, DNP Private Lending LLC, 1443 North 19th Street. That case has been continued. I believe that leaves us just with case number 3.
Did you reread in case number 7, Winters?
Oh, I'm sorry. I missed case number 7. Going back to case number 7, last four digits 90UM, Janine Winters. No address on here. That case has also been withdrawn. So that completes every case on here with the exception of case number 3. And that is ending in the last four digits M0TG, Brickstone Realty, 701 Market Street. And I believe we have Mark Merlini here.
Yes, that's me.
Good afternoon, sir. Would you please identify yourself for the record?
Yeah, good afternoon. My name is Mark Merlini. I'm with Brickstone Realty. I'm the property manager and broker of record for our properties in the city of Philadelphia.
Okay, and do you swear or affirm to tell the truth today regarding the issues before the Tax Review Board?
I do.
All right, thank you, sir.
Who
do we have here for the city?
I will be the attorney representing the city today, John Wazorik for the city, and I do have a witness, Ms. Shondell York is also on the call.
All right, and would you please identify yourself, the witness?
Good afternoon. My name is Shondell York. I'm L&I Code Administration Supervisor.
Okay, and do you swear or affirm to tell the truth today regarding the issues before the Tax Review Board?
I do.
All right, thank you very much. All right, you can proceed, John.
So just preliminarily, and I mentioned this
Sorry to interrupt. Can we just get the numbers for the record and then we can start?
Okay. Ms. York, could you please read the bill amounts into the record, and I can pull them up on my screen if that would be helpful.
Yes, please. One I have right here. Okay. The most recent bill amount that we have here for this case is $79,212.59.
And so I'm just gonna, Ms. York, show you, because that's the 2025 numbers. We're gonna pull up the, can you see my screen?
I can.
Yeah.
these 2024 numbers that are at issue in the appeal.
Yes.
Could
So
you
the-
just read these into the record, please?
Okay, the high-rise license fee for for the past one, the 2024, is $9,710.40. The interest fee for that is $6,222.75. The pass renewal fee is $33,986.40. And the pass penalty fee is $12,445.50.
Thank you, Ms. York.
Can you leave that up on the screen? She said those really fast and we're all writing them down. because-
Sorry.
No,
No
it's
problem.
okay, it's okay.
Thank you. I was thinking the same thing.
Could you tell us what the third figure was? The 33,000, I see it now, 33,986.40. Okay.
Okay.
If you
And then,
start at the beginning and go through them, it would be helpful.
I guess, can you also explain what period this covers? What is covered under the past renewal fee years? So that way we have an understanding, and then what is the current fee?
So I can just do that for the board. So this is, and I was going to ask Mr. Merlini to actually stipulate to this. This license expired in 2020. So this is the annual fee, and these past renewal fees are based on the missed renewals of 2020, 2021, 2022, and 2023. The first figure here, the high-rise license renewal, would be the principal license fee for the 2024 year. And the interest and penalty fees are just the interest and penalty fees that have built up since the license was last active.
Okay, can you let us know if 2024 or if 2024 was paid?
So none of this has been paid yet.
Thank you. All right, is
I
everybody?
thought there were some numbers read in for 2024 and 2025.
No,
and
we're not hearing 24 and 25. We're just gonna hear up until 23. Is that correct?
So we are, 2025 is correct. We're not, this appeal was filed prior to the 2025 cycle. So we're just handling numbers from 2020 through 2024. I just wanted to make the distinction because of this being the 2024 renewal fee calculation here on the screen. The past renewal fee will be the fee from 2020 through 2023. The top number, the high-rise license renewal fee, that's the number for 2024.
Got it. Thank you for
And is that
clarifying.
the 9,710?
Yes.
Yes.
And 40 cents.
Yeah, I just wanted to zero in on
Yeah,
which
yeah,
number.
sorry.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. You can proceed.
All right, John, you can proceed now.
Wonderful. So like I said, I have two objections I want to raise with the board just before we get too into it. And I'm sure the board has heard these before. Mr. Merlini, I did have a chance to talk to him yesterday. Wonderful man. I did mention that I'm going to raise the objection that he is not an attorney. The petitioner is Independent Center Realty, which is a limited partnership. We do not necessarily know what the relationship between Mr. Merlini and Independent Center Realty, the actual license holder, is. And so to protect the interests of both the LLC and Mr. Merlini, I would suggest that we obtain board counsel, and I would be open to a continuance for that sake. Just to add a little bit of color, part of the reason we like to make this objection is it protects both the license holder, the LLC, or in this case, the LP, as well as the actual individual who shows up at these hearings, who is not an attorney. Not that I don't believe Mr. Merlini wouldn't do a wonderful job, but in his interest, you know, hypothetically, it does not go well. If since there's not an attorney representing the LLC, you could theoretically argue that it's kind of the unauthorized practice of law to some degree, and that's why we have this standing objection to LLCs having a counsel for these hearings.
Sir, would you like to respond to that?
Yeah, I'd like to object to any continuance. I've been trying to resolve this matter since we first received notice in 2023 that we had not paid 20, 21, and 22 high-rise inspection fee.
I'm
I'd
just
just like to
jumping.
give, I'd like to just give my facts of how this transpired from that point.
I just want to jump in. My name is Melissa Andre. I'm the Executive Director of the Philadelphia Tax Review Board. The Tax Review Board does not require attorney representation for any cases. I understand license and inspection always makes this argument, but generally speaking, the Tax Review Board is a board where people can address the issues, and there is no need for anybody to be a licensed attorney to come before the board. Obviously, that is different if this case goes to the Court of Common Pleas, where an attorney for an LLC is required. So,
Thank you, Ms. Andre.
Thank you.
So is the city going first, or did Mr. Merlani?
Mr. Melanie, you can present your case now.
Okay, so just by way of background,
Mr. Melanie, before you proceed, I just have a question to you. What is your relationship with the both LLCs here?
it's not an LLC, it's actually a limited partnership. Independent Center Realty LP is the owner of the building, and I am actually a vice president for ICR Inc., who was a partner with Independent Center Realty LP. So I'm vice president in one of the ownerships of one of the partners in Independent Center Realty LP. I'm also the broker of record for Stonebrick 1234 Corporation, an affiliate of Brickstone, which manages all of our properties and does leasing and day-to-day operations. And so Brickstone's been operating in Philadelphia since 1985. And we have restored and renovated over 4 million square feet east of Broad. We started with the Lit Brothers building, which is the property we're speaking about today, in 1985. We redeveloped the Wanamaker building in 1987. We converted City Hall Annex to a 500-room Marriott Courtyard in the early 90s. We redid Stonebrick 1234 Market as a total gut rehab for SEPTA. And we just restored about 8 years ago the Hale building at the corner of Juniper and Chestnut Street. We've redeveloped the south side 1100 block of Chestnut that included 112 apartments, the Target, the PetSmart. We've been
All right, sir.
operating in the city of Philadelphia, east of Broad, for a very long time.
All right, thank you. Thank
The
you.
high-rise
Information.
inspection fee was instituted after the Meridian fire in 1991, and I think it was actually started around circa 1997. And from 1997 through 2019, we received an invoice for the high-rise inspection fee. Some point in time, it was changed from the fire high-rise inspection fee to just the high-rise fee. We paid that annually every time we got the invoice, we paid it. Here's a copy of the last invoice we received and the check that was sent to pay that invoice. Along with that, for instance, our last real estate tax bill that we paid for Lit Brothers building in 2023, which was $1,745,000, $332.23. And we continue to pay these types of bills. We paid our use and occupancy tax every month from our tenants. So we pay things on time, and we've been very civic minded in the city. In 2020 and 2021 and 2020, we never received invoices. Now, the normal time that we receive invoices would be in April of 2020. Everyone may recall that was the March of the pandemic. I don't know what happened with the city sending their invoices. I know we were in the building every day. I'm sure that's the crux of the problems. In 2020, we never received an invoice. In 2021, we never received an invoice. And in 2022, we never received an invoice. I think it was while the city was instituting the computer system or going through that whole program that they did. I can't recall the name of it.
All right, can I ask you a question? What are you actually looking for today?
Like
From the board?
From the board, I'm saying in 2023, we got an invoice for $45,534 with the current amount due of $8,092. That was received October 16th, and on October 31st, we sent the check in for $8,092. It was never cashed by the city. We tried from that point on to get an appointment with the city to discuss all these fees and discuss the fact that we had never received an invoice for these fees. And we just pay the bills when they come in. I came here to meet with I went to the office over at MBS. I finally got an appointment with the city to talk about these fees and tell them we never received invoices, and that was in August of 2024. So it took from October of 23 to August of 24 just to have the first meeting in this office, at which time I was told I had to file a petition for an appeal. And I filled this out in this office. It's timestamped on the side here that was received. It took from, and prior to coming here for this meeting, I took a check to this MSB building for $40,460 for every year that we owed. For 20, 21, 22, 23, and 24. They would not take the check. We had to stop payment on the check that we sent in because they would not cash the check. When I discussed with the cashier that I just want to pay all the fees because I'm dealing about the penalties and interest, they would not take the check because you have to pay everything at the same time that they receive the check, which as a business person, I would take the check and get the money into the bank. So from that point on, this is still a valid check. I mean, it's just has not been taken other than my notes on the bottom. And then from that point on, it took from September 30th. Well, I received a letter that's saying we're setting up your case will be 90 to 120 days. The next meeting did not occur until April 9th. So since October 23 until April 9th was the first day that I actually had to talk to someone about these late fees, and he offered to split them with me for 50%. As a matter of principle, I just don't think that's fair. It was just whatever was going on in the city that these bills were not issued, we never got them. If we got them, we would pay them. I mean, we've been operating in the city for 40 years. And then from this, after the April 9th, when I sat down or did this Zoom call with the fella, I just don't think it's fair. I mean.
All right, I think the board understands your position now.
Okay.
All right. City, you want to put your case on?
I would love to. Thank you, Board Chair. I'd just like to call Supervisor York.
Yeah.
Supervisor York, could you please state your employer?
City of Philadelphia Department of License and Inspections.
What is your role with the Department of Licenses and Inspections?
I am an L&I Code Administration Supervisor.
How long have you been in that position?
This current position, a little over a year and a half, but with the city, total 12 years in
And
this department.
How often do you work with licenses?
Every day.
And are you familiar with the Eclipse system?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so Supervisor York, I guess my question generally is about the point Mr. Merlini raised regarding the invoices. So to narrow it down a little bit, does the department send out invoices or notices when a license is set to expire saying, hey, you need to renew your license?
Yes.
How often are those notices sent out?
Usually 60 days prior to expiration.
And regarding those notices, what information is contained on those notices?
It's a general invoice that has the name, the license number, the license type on it, fee that's owed, and expiration date, or whatever it is, it's listed on the bottom. And we just mail it out to them so they know what's owed.
And those invoices, notices, those are sent out in the regular course of business for the department, correct?
Yes.
And it's largely automated, is that correct?
Yes, it's a huge batch run every month for whatever license is coming up to be expired.
And regarding where that invoice goes to, where does that notice go to?
It goes to whatever mailing address for the company that's listed on the license.
So are you familiar with the specific petition, specific licensee at issue here?
Yes,
Are you aware of where the invoice, the yearly annual invoice would have gone in this case?
in this case, it was, the mailing address is Mellon Center, 701 Market Street.
Just to confirm, the address was 701 Market Street?
Yes,
And that's the same as the subject premises where this license is held, correct?
yes,
And so would your testimony be that in the regular course of business, LNI sends out these notices, right?
yes,
And every year when the license is set to expire, a notice goes out, correct?
yes,
For this one, it was expired for, I mean, to this point, it's still expired, right?
yes,
So would that notice still go out on an annual basis saying, hey, it's time to renew your license?
yes. Typically, all of they go out, and then additionally, we have other ones that go out for delinquent ones that are severely delinquent.
And do you know if a delinquent notice was ever sent to the license holder in this case?
Yes, the last batch for delinquency was sent out September of 2023.
And that informed the license holder that they were delinquent on fees, correct?
Yes, it has the past due fee, it has the interest and penalties that have accrued and what's owed totally.
That's all the questions I have for Supervisor York.
May I ask a question of the supervisor? So the last notice you sent out in September of 2023, does this look like it? Because we got it October 16th, and that's the last invoice and notice that we've gotten. According to our accounting department, our bookkeeper, we haven't received an invoice for 24 or 25, and we assume the reason why we haven't seen 24 and 25 is because the case is under appeal. But this is the last document or last invoice with any numbers that we've gotten in regards to the fire high rise and inspection fee. And there's no reason we would not pay an $8,000 bill when we're paying $1.7 million for our real estate taxes and all the other costs. It's just a matter of getting the invoice and the bookkeeper processing it.
Okay, but the invoices are sent out every year.
Yeah.
You know, if an invoice was sent out in 2020?
The invoices never stopped, even when during the pandemic, while the city was closed to the public, LNI did not close. We all went home with laptops, we processed everything, and we came into the office in shifts to make sure mailing still went out and batches were still run to be sent out to central processing. Nothing stopped at LNI.
So can I ask another question? Just
Absolutely.
if I was applying for a building permit and I had outstanding taxes, such as this, would you still issue the building permit?
I don't know if it flags for that, but that's not because I don't know what flags for what on a building permit.
Okay, only because we've gotten building permits in the interim over the last 5 years at the Lip Brothers building, and we've had to do work on them. And I think it was, for me, if I'm speculating, I think it was something to do with you starting that new computer program. The 701 market was wiped off, and then when it came back was in September of 2023.
The computer program that you're referencing, which is Eclipse, did not start in 2020. It started in 2015, and licenses have been working out of the program since 2015. Nothing started new for licensing in 2020.
My understanding was that the public can go onto the Eclipse system, and that's just been.
That started in 2015, not 2020.
Okay, well, I apologize for that. I don't know. I don't know why we received bills from 1987 when we started until 2019. We pay all the invoices. We have 3 invoices we don't get. We get notified in 23, which you just said that was the last record that you have it coming to us. As soon as we get it, we send in the check and we start the process to find out why we didn't get 20, 21, 22. I can only tell you what, as a building manager, it's very frustrating to see all this money being wasted when we're spending millions of dollars in taxes just paying stuff. And that's why I'm here, because as a principal, I don't feel like we should have to pay interest and penalty on something that we were never invoiced. I mean,
Everything was invoiced, as we stated, 60 days out from the date of renewal.
let me
It
say that
sends out a
if-
batch.
I'm sorry, Mr. Chairman, can I just have one speaker at a time? It's kind of hard to take the record.
Please, okay.
That's our court reporter. Please be mindful of one person at a time.
Okay.
Mr.
I'm so-
Merlini, do you have anything else for the city? Any other questions?
No. Thank you.
Thanks.
If I could just ask a couple quick questions of Mr. Merlini.
Sure.
Thank you. Mr. Merlini, do you receive all the mail that goes to 701 Market Street?
No, it comes into the reception at the office.
And do you know where the mail goes after it goes to the reception in the office?
It depends on what it is. If it's an invoice, it just goes right to accounting, comes to me for approval, and they're sent in for check processing.
So I guess just generally, do you believe there's any chance that these invoices were sent and just somehow they were missed?
During the pandemic, we came into the office every day. If other invoices were missed, I would say possibly, because there's always a possibility. But I'd have to say that we would not miss 3. If 1 year was missed, I'd say, okay, maybe we got a shot. That's our mistake. But 3 years in a row, we don't get the same invoice. It's just, it's highly unlikely that those invoices would be missed 3 years in a row. I mean, it's $8,000. It's for us to intentionally like lose the invoices or not pay it when we're going through a period of trying to keep tenants in the building and manage the whole pandemic is just ridiculous. It's preposterous for us to not pay an invoice like that. Yeah, if we're sitting here and I missed 2 real estate tax invoices, I'd say, okay, you have a problem. But this is a high-rise fire inspection fee that was instituted to inspect the buildings. And I have to tell you, since it was instituted, our building, Lit Brothers, which is a high-rise because on one floor, it goes up to 20,000 square feet, above 75 square feet, which identifies what a high-rise in the city of Philadelphia. We pay this fee, and it's never been inspected as it was intended for the fire high-rise inspection fee. So I'm totally frustrated that we're being charged these thousands of dollars for when we didn't receive a bill, you know.
No further questions. I would just reserve some time for a brief closing.
Sir, can you please tell us what are you really looking for from this board? Mr. Molina?
Mr. Merlini.
I would like the board to be fair. I mean, we're a civic-minded citizen, business people that we're going to see that pay our taxes on time. We did not receive an invoice for 3 years. I mean, I think I've demonstrated that we continue to pay invoices. We never got this. The day we got it, which was October 16th, it's stamped received 2023. We had checks issued and sent right to the city.
We understand everything. Now, what are you looking for from us? Whether you want to look at the you want us to look
Interest
at
and
the penalty?
penalties. Interest and penalties. I mean, you know what, interest, I don't know, what's the aggregate, what's the annual interest rate? Because I would say that the city did not have use of the money, then they should be entitled to a fair interest rate. But penalties, I think, would be unfair. So if you want to do a market interest rates on the amounts accrued, I think that would be fair.
What is the interest rate, Mr. Resort?
So
1.5% a month?
So the interest specifically is 0.5% a month. The penalties is 1%. So collectively, we just consider it 1.5% a month.
Okay.
Does the city have anything else?
Yeah, just a brief closing. I believe Supervisor York tested credibly that these notices do in fact go out each year ahead of the expiration of the license. They were sent and would have been sent to the subject premises, which is the address listed as the mailing address for the petitioner here, Independent Center Realty, the license holder. And honestly, even beyond whether the invoices were sent or not, and again, I think Supervisor York told us that they were sent out. At the end of the day, it's on the license holder to renew their license. I mean, they apparently had this license, as Mr. Merlini testified to, for, I don't know, 2 decades, over 2 decades. And all of a sudden, I don't know, did they think that there was no fee associated with any anymore? They no longer needed the license. I mean, it was 4 years of not, 3-4 years of not even thinking about this license before finally deciding that, oh, we need to look at what's going on, after receiving one of the letters that L and I sent, which again, the letter that Mr. Merlini discussed was the same address that Supervisor York testified that the annual notices went to. And so regardless of whether those invoices went out, I still think that the license holder and the petitioner in this case is responsible for renewing their license each year. And their request here to cut out the interest, to cut out the penalties, essentially says, yeah, you cannot have this license for 5 years, but at the end of the day, you'll just, no penalty, no issues whatsoever. You can just carry on your merry day, get the license with no penalty whatsoever. And I think it's important to have for the city to have some sort of stick to say, listen, you can't just ignore these licenses. You can't just not have this license for 5 years, get it 5 years later and say, oh, all good, everything's fine. I think it's important to, have some sort of penalty in place for when a license holder fails to renew that license. And so respectfully, the city is requesting that the interest and penalty fees, again, I'll read the amounts into the record. The interest fee is $6,222.75, and the penalty fee is $12,445.50. So again, the city's asking for these to be upheld. If I didn't have a license and I got pulled over, there would be penalties. They didn't have a license for 5 years and they're asking for no penalties. So again, I think the city's entitled to these penalty and interest fees that are codified in the Philadelphia Code.
All right, thank you, Mr. Wizard. Sir, would you like to comment? Closing?
I would just say that we were not someone that was taking advantage or hiding and paying our interest or paying for our license. And we operate multiple buildings, and the only building that has a high-rise inspection, inspection fees, the Litz building. So we have 8 other buildings that we continue to pay all the taxes on. And I don't know that the city person was there. She's only been there for over 1.5 years. So I don't know that she could actually say that our bill was mailed out. And I would ask a simple question. Has anyone else in the city not received these bills? Is there any other landlord that came and said, I never got a bill for 2020 or 2021, 2022? I'd be curious to know that. I don't know if you keep records of that, but.
Well, that's not part of this hearing, sir.
Okay, I'm sorry. I don't know what to say. I'm just telling you that, that's all.
The board is gonna go back into the virtual room. Everyone just stay right here, and we'll be back in a moment. Nancy, you gotta join in.
I thought I did. I tried. I'm losing it.
You denied.
I can hear. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Nancy, but you declined, so we need you to not decline. I don't know how to, hold on 1 second. Just stay right there, Nancy.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what to hit.
Don't hit anything.
I won't. Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna do it again. You should be able to get in now, Nancy.
Miss York. Hi, can I get the spelling of your first and last name for the record?
First name is S as in Sam, H is in house, O is in orange, N is in Nancy, D is in David, E is in Edward, L is in Larry, and last name is York, like New York.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, everyone is back. John?
All right, pardon me. The board deliberated, and I think we all came to the same conclusion. Since the petitioner acted in good faith and attempted to resolve the issue upon receipt of the bill in 2023, we've agreed to abate 100% of the penalty. However, the city deserves the interest that is due and owing, and that's going to be our decision. So abate 100% of the penalty and pay, and the petitioner will have to pay the entire interest amount. Now, the petitioner, you'll receive a letter in like about 2 weeks indicating, our decision. And also, either side has 30 days to appeal to the Court of Common Pleas. And that will also be included in the letter. At that time, you should also be receiving some information from the city in terms of how payment can be made in terms of the amounts due.
Since this is a license fee, I believe there is no payment agreements allowed. So just be prepared to pay, I guess, everything up in including 2025, from what I understand.
Yes.
I know I've learned that I have to say that and be very specific with no payment agreements for license fee. Board?
Yes, can I get concurrence from the board?
Nancy Cammerdeer, I concur.
George Matthews, I concur.
John O'Connor, I concur. All right, that concludes our hearing today. Again, you'll be receiving a notice in about 2 weeks in terms of your appellate rights and also the decision of the board, which you have a right to appeal within 30 days. Okay, thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much.
Have a good day.
Thank you, board members.
Thank you. Everyone have a good one.
You as well. Bye.